What's up guys, Corey C here. Welcome to my channel, Reignited. So today I want to talk about reselling. How to get into it, where to take the products and sell them, and just everything you're going to need to know. So I decided on my channel I kind of want to break it up into a few different sections. I want to do different topics. One of them being like about recovery and how to strengthen your recovery. The second topic being about like fitness and nutrition and just like things you can do to feel better, like physically and mentally. And then the third topic, like today's topic, is going to be more like financial tips, people in general, but geared towards people in recovery. Because I know if you're anything like me, I know my addiction destroyed my whole financial everything. I know I destroyed my credit. I had no savings, no money put together at all. So when I was 30 years old and finally found recovery, I hadn't gone to school because my whole 20s I wasted drinking and drugging. So I had no education, no trade school or training. I primarily just worked in kitchens. So when I got to be 30 years old, in recovery, finally trying to live right, I'm like working in a kitchen, like week by week, barely getting by. And so I started looking into different ways to make some money on the side. And I tried a whole bunch of different things. I wasted a bunch of money. So I thought it'd be a good idea to like talk about my experience there, maybe save you guys the trouble of trying some of them and turning you on to some others to help you guys out. So if that's something you think you'll find valuable, I'd appreciate it if you drop a comment. Just let me know. Then along the way, if you have suggestions or things that you tried, I'd love to hear about them, and maybe I can try them out myself. But so today I want to talk about reselling. I know when I finally found YouTube for what it was and like realized the power of the platform, when I realized I wanted to start trying to make some money on the side, I turned to YouTube, and I came across Gary Vee, and he starts talking about reselling and like garage selling and thrifting and everything. And so that's what introduced me to this whole thing. And it's just one of the things I tried that I had quite a bit of success with. I definitely didn't take the time to scale it up like I definitely think is doable. And you really don't need a whole lot of money to invest initially. And to be honest with you, someone in my apartment complex was throwing out a microwave. And so I grabbed it, brought it home, cleaned it up, threw it on the marketplace, and sold it for $40. And then I took that $40, I went to Goodwill, and I bought other products, and started selling them. And, I had some things I still have because they didn't sell, some things sold quick. So there's definitely like some science behind it. It's actually a lot of fun learning how to like title things and how to like fill out the description so that it'll show up in people's like searches, and it'll just be more likely to sell depending on how you list it. So I found that to be fun to just figure out break that down and figure out the science to that. So I guess the next thing I'll talk about is just the different things to look for that I found sold well. I know there are tons of channels on YouTube about guys that do this like full time for a living. That's what they do, and like they go around with a GoPro, and you can see what items they're picking up, what items they're passing on, and that'll kind of give you a feel for what to look for. Things that I had good luck with were VCRs, video games sold very well. Shoes. You don't want to just buy any old sneaker. Like try to stick to like Nike or name brand shoes. I found work best. I've also heard like good like hiking boots sell very well. Um, and for the shoes, they don't have to be like in perfect condition, but like clean them up as best you can. And I mean, use your judgment. Does it look all right? You think someone might buy it? Um, so yeah, those electronic shoes. I know a couple things I did not have any luck with. I know Gary Vee talks about mug life, and like he's always keeping an eye out for coffee mugs at the garage sales. And maybe some people do have luck with them. I know I bought a bunch of coffee mugs and didn't sell a single one, so I could very well have been doing something wrong. I don't know, but just to give you my experience there. You guys tea drinkers? Actually, I realized I was drinking way too much coffee, so I switched to tea. Fun fact. But anyway, another thing that I really didn't have any luck with was clothing. I know on YouTube you see a lot of people, it seems like they have very good luck with clothing, but I don't know if it's just men's clothing doesn't sell as well or what, but that didn't really work well for me. Again, I don't want to discourage anybody from trying that, because if you know a lot about clothing and like different fabrics and different name brands and all that, maybe you would have better luck than I did. So I'm just giving you my experience. Another thing that I just recently learned is pretty lucrative is magic cards, or any of the trading cards, really. I know from what I've learned, you kind of got to be into that world and understand how it works and what's going on. I guess there's a lot of like cards being banned all the time and new cards coming out, and there's just a lot happening. And if you don't really know anything about the game, it might be difficult for you to have any luck there. But I know like magic cards and like sealed product is a big thing, so that's always turn to YouTube, because YouTube is just incredible. There's a few guys on there that like that's what their channel's about, and they'll teach you a whole lot. So that one you might need a little bit of money to get invested into, not as much with some other items. I know books are, I forget the like ratio. There's like 1 in 100 books is good, like worth something. I could be very wrong about that ratio, so don't quote me there. But I know that like there's some books you can make good money on, but a lot of them are not going to be worth anything. I do know they have scanners, so you can just like really quick scan the barcode and it'll tell you what it's selling for on Amazon. So the positive about that is you can go through a whole bunch of books really quick, and like you're not wasting a bunch of time looking each book up. It's just real quick. So, and there's always a lot of books at Goodwill anytime I go, at least. So yeah, it's really just a lot of trial and error and figuring out like what interests you, what kind of things interest you, and what you will have fun with, like looking up and learning about and just selling. I don't know where to sell it. I would definitely get an eBay. I never had an eBay store. I always just did eBay listings. I don't know exactly what the difference is. I'm sure there's some sort of advantage to having a store, but I don't think it's very necessary for just starting out, at least. But I also think that I had better luck with Facebook Marketplace than I did on eBay. I don't know if it's just times are changing or if it's the economy or what it is, but I would definitely, so anytime I got anything, I would list it on both. And I think there's other platforms you can do too. Craigslist. I don't know how relevant that is anymore. But yeah, so for the marketplace, I found that like kitchen appliances and like bigger items were good to sell on that because it's easier to find someone local where you don't have to worry about shipping. Shipping can be a whole big thing. If you have access to a printer, that'll be great for eBay because you have the option to print a shipping label and you get a discounted price through the eBay site rather than bringing the item to the desk at the post office. It's gonna being able to print it will save you a lot of money. Um, with the marketplace, I haven't figured out how to print a shipping label there. I'm not saying that you can't. I'm just saying I haven't figured it out. So yeah, eBay was definitely better for like, I mean, shoes ship pretty. Seems like between $6 and $12. Even going like to Texas, it seems like shoes ship for, so they're not too bad. But when you get to like VCRs, there were times when I actually lost money on an item because of the shipping. And to talk about that, I wouldn't let that discourage you because I know when the first time I lost money on shipping, I got super frustrated and I was like, I almost gave up and decided to like figure out another way to make money because I was just frustrated. But my suggestion would be, if that does happen to you, to eat at that time, make the sale so that you can get some reputation built on the platform, and just keep going and just learn from your mistake. I know it all has to do with how you list it. Like you can put the weight and size into the on eBay in the shipping information, so that they charge the customer the correct amount for shipping. So yeah, again, it's all a lot of just trial and error. But yeah, so I really just use eBay and Facebook. Yeah, here in Rochester, New York, in the wintertime, you're not going to find garage sales, but in the summertime, when it's garage sale season, they are a very good way to go. You can usually find like video games. You can find a lot of garage sales, and you can kind of haggle with the prices there. I know Gary Vee does his series Trash Talk, where he like goes around garage selling, and you can kind of see him in action. So that was really cool. I'll definitely check that out if you do plan on getting into trying this out. But then also there's with the Goodwills, not only do you just like go in the store and get stuff off the shelf, but they also have like the Goodwill bins where they have bins of things and you just fill bags and then it all goes by weight and you get things a lot cheaper than you would if you were to just take it off of the shelf. I never went to the bins, but I've heard they're very that works out very well. And then I know my Goodwill it's every Sunday they'll put a certain color tag is always $1. So that's another good thing to look out for. Just finding ways to get items to sell for as cheap as possible. So you can sell and make more money. I feel like I'm definitely forgetting to talk about something, but I don't want to stand here and just ramble. So, yeah, I just wanted to bring this idea to your attention, guys. I had a lot of luck with it. If you have the time to like really focus on that, you could definitely scale it up and make quite a bit of money. If you have a little bit of money to invest, that it's also helpful. Like I said, there are ways to like get started if you don't even have money. I know if you go on the Facebook Marketplace, there's the column where they're giving away things for free. And if you have a truck, that's big because I've noticed for some reason they're giving away a lot of like couches and like bigger things. And then you can always like find things that you you buy it and you put it on and sell. You can find other things, you bring it home, you fix it up, put your own twist on it if you want, maybe, and then sell it. There's a whole bunch of different avenues you can go, so it's definitely something that's worth checking out. I just wanted to bring it to your guys' attention because I know struggling with money when you first get sober is just awful. It's one idea of what you can do to kind of help pay the bills. I definitely I tried out a whole bunch of different things and lost money, and yeah, so my next couple videos I think are going to be on this topic and just talking about different things like drop shipping and like print on demand and Etsy. So yeah, if you guys got value out of this, drop a like. I'd appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.